This is your Pi Network summary for October 2025. We look at how AI is revolutionizing Web3 integration.
All right, let's talk about Pi Network, because October 2025 was a month where things really started to heat up. This wasn't just another 30 days of small updates. No, this was a serious period of acceleration, pushing the project way, way closer to its long-awaited open mainnet. So you gotta ask, right? Why was this month so pivotal? What exactly happened that made October such a big deal? Well, it turns out it wasn't just one thing. It was a whole series of strategic moves that all clicked into place and created some real momentum. To get a handle on it all, we can actually group everything that happened into three big themes. First, they went hard on building out the ecosystem. Second, they focused on scaling the network with trust and, playing by the rules. And third, they made some fascinating moves to innovate for the future. So let's get into it. Okay, first up, building the Pi ecosystem. The whole game here was about making it way easier for more people to build actually useful apps on the platform. You could say they were basically throwing the doors wide open for creativity. The big idea for October was all about lowering the barrier to entry. The goal? To empower not just the hardcore coders, but pretty much anyone with a solid idea to start contributing. And to make that happen, they rolled out some seriously powerful new tools. It all kicked off on October 1st. The Pi node got an update that brought the App Studio right onto your desktop, which was a huge win for just making things work smoothly. But then, on October 18th, they went a step further and baked in AI features. Now, creators can just automatically generate things like app logos and welcome messages. That just simplifies the whole development process like crazy. And this right here, this quote, really tells you a lot about the network's whole philosophy. The auction for .pi domains ended on October 6th, and they had a rule. You had to connect your domain to a real working application. This shows you they're all in on building stuff with real-world utility, not just a playground for speculators. So let's shift gears to our second big theme, scaling with trust. This is all about getting the network ready for the big leagues, for mass adoption. And that means nailing user verification and getting serious about regulatory legitimacy. Now, the network had a massive challenge on its hands. How do you verify millions and millions of users to make sure everything is legit? In October, they unleashed a new AI system to tackle this problem head-on. So the question is, how well did it actually work? 3.36 million. That's the number. On October 24th, Pi Network announced that its new AI system had successfully verified over 3.3 million users who had been kind of stuck in limbo in what they called provisional KYC. This just cleared a gigantic bottleneck on the road to mainnet migration. And here's the crucial part. This isn't just about a big number. This verification breakthrough is what underpins the project's most fundamental rule. One person, one account. It's all about ensuring a fair and secure ecosystem, which is absolutely critical if you want long-term trust and real value. Okay, let's talk about playing on the world stage. This is MiCA. It's a huge piece of regulation coming out of the European Union. You can basically think of it as a new high-stakes rulebook for the entire crypto world. And getting on the right side of it is a very big deal. And this just perfectly shows the kind of progress they're making. On October 21st, news broke that Banksa, a key partner for Pi, had officially secured a MiCA license. Now, this is a massive signal. In an industry that, let's be honest, can feel like the Wild West sometimes, having a major partner get this kind of regulatory stamp of approval in a market as big as the EU, well, it's not just a win, it's a statement. It gives the whole ecosystem a huge credibility boost and shows they're building for the long haul. All right, on to our final theme, which is all about looking ahead. October wasn't just about fixing today's problems. It was also about laying the groundwork for a much, much bigger vision. One that connects Web3, the idea of a decentralized internet we all own, with the incredible power of AI. And you can just see a straight line here from vision to action. At the start of the month, you have co-founder Dr. Chengdiao Fan on stage at the huge Token 2049 conference, painting this big picture. Then, by the end of the month, bam, Pi Network Ventures makes its very first investment, turning that talk into real, tangible strategy. So let's break down this open mind investment. Pi Network Ventures jumped into a $20 million funding round, and their strategy is brilliant. Use Pi's giant, spread-out network of nodes as a platform for AI. They even proved it could work by successfully running an image recognition AI on a Pi node. I mean, this is huge.
It points to a future where people running nodes could earn new rewards just for letting their computers do some work.
So, let's pull all of this together. With all this crazy activity in October, what does it actually mean for the big prize, the ultimate goal of launching the open mainnet? When you really look back, October was just a month of major wins, right across the board. They rolled out better, smarter developer tools. They cleared a massive logjam of user verifications. They shored up their regulatory standing through a key partner. And they made a bold first move into the future of decentralized AI. And here is the most important takeaway from all of this. None of these were just random, isolated events happening at the same time. No, they were all interconnected. Every single update, from the dev tools to the KYC to the AI investment, it was all part of one single cohesive push to build a practical, legitimate, and future-proof Web3 ecosystem. And all of this brings us to one final, pretty mind-bending question. With its huge distributed network and this new strategic focus, Pi is setting itself up to be so much more than just another cryptocurrency. It really makes you wonder, are we watching them lay the actual foundation for the future of decentralized AI? That's what we'll be keeping an eye on. Thanks for joining this explainer.